Okay, folks, Friday, the 20th of January 2023. Welcome to the pre US session. So, we've had really kind of quiet markets in a way over the past couple of days. Really, we're getting into some nice moves, but then the markets just kind of stall out or sit in a range or barcode back up to highs on day. So, very tough conditions for traders, really, the past couple of days. I think the market's waiting for PCE next week. We are going to get further commentary out of Lagarde at the Davos World Economic Forum in about 15 minutes here. But really look at these markets, just to look at the DAX, how she traded actually earlier. So we got, a little bit of selling coming in here around the open, down we go. It's kind of flipping around on VWAP here, trying to find a reason to get back up either to PVAL in the 15092s or down below. I think we're going to go further down here. We have really fallen out of this upper range here. So, we may need another retest on the 15150s to then head on south here. And support's coming in around 14837s. And back in this lower range, I think we'll have to see how we go here. But so that's kind of equities led by the DAX and how that has translated onto the S&P this morning. Well, yesterday, nice shorts coming in across on the PVAL here on SPOOs. Came down. We were looking for destination 3890s and a half on the bottom. Didn't get that. We the market made a good go at it, but just didn't really get there. And so I took in my shorts on a pullback to VWAP here because I just didn't feel like we needed to kind of be back at VWAP, and I didn't think it was going to sell down. I thought if we got back to VWAP, it's just going to do exactly this and curl its way back above VWAP over time. And so I think today we may see, we've got a little more acceptance in this. So I think we could probably look for this destination today on the downside, 3890s half. And to really keep you sweet here, just to show you what we're looking at on the SPOOs, on the daily charts. Well, we were kind of talking about this yesterday in that, we had rejected this upper area in blue. Okay. And I think, we have this nice line in the sand in red here where we saw a lot of excess into when we were above, but we're not seeing excess now this time when we're above. In fact, we are down through it and we are liable to put in excess into this on the highs. So selling the highs of day to come back down. I think probably by the end of next week, we could be looking at a market that's down here because I think now I was quite surprised that we bid up here pretty much in this whole area. And I think now that we're not able to hold that, especially after the pullback here, I think we need to actually come down through this. So, do be aware of that and do be careful on the longs here, boys and girls. So that is the S&P 500. Same sort of structure for Dow. There's a bit of divergence, trading across the Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow. So you have to really be quite precise with your areas to trade on a lot of these products. Oil's been having a pretty good run, as you can see. Lovely trade here. We were looking for shorts on the PVAL yesterday, and you can see how that worked out. Stopped out on that. But this pullback onto VWAP, lovely move here back to the upside, and that was, what was that? That was about 181 cents, so $1.80, 2.27% move to the upside there. Really nice trade, and then just flopped back down to kind of PVAL on the close. But holding PVAH this morning, I think generally the resistance is still holding here at the 8146s. This is this level. And we may, I don't know, I think we should float back down to 79.87s actually on this trade. And ultimately, I think we need to find the buyers back in the White House. And I think we probably, the closer we can get to $70, the more comfortable I will be taking longs. But for now, we've had, some pretty wide action on oil. Big take back here on oil the other day on Wednesday. I think, we should be kind of selling oil rather than buying oil here around here, really, if you ask me. So that's oil. on the 30 minutes. And what else can we look at here? I'll just put a big red flag against that level for now. What else can we look at? The bund. Let me sell the bund this morning, looking for a love lower down 137.68. Really, this is quite simple. This one, excuse me. I think we got bid up here on the bund, really because sources had said that the ECB is looking for closer to a 25 basis point rate hike on the next meeting. Of course, Christine Lagarde had telegraphed in December that it was going to be 50 basis points at the next 3 meetings. And so, bam, up we go on the bund. So we had kind of like 2 days kind of spent around, 1.5 days spent up on these highs. And of course, then yesterday, Christine and most of the ECB team coming out and saying, we're not looking at 25, it's 50. And then the first words out of her mouth yesterday at the World Economic Forum meeting were that she's not changing her trajectory on the rate path. And so, bang, down we go. All right, so I think we need to come back to where we started here then on that bid, and that's going to be in around the 138s marker. So that's kind of why I like trade to come back down to this kind of 136 or 137.68 area on bund. And it won't be without its pullbacks, and I think there's certainly an interesting range high here to look at, but I think we need to come back into that range. So I'm not going to be looking to buy on this range high. I think we need to actually come back in here on the bund. Okay, so that is it for another pre-US session. All right, I'll see you guys in the room at 1 o'clock. And listen, have a good weekend if I don't talk to you. All right, take care. Cheers.